Alright, everybody, we're back for the second episode of WandaVision review. I got my friend Cole here, friend/roommate. This episode's brought to you by Jupiter Generator Super Center for all your Generac needs.
Yeah, sure.
So, second episode of WandaVision. I'll let Josh give the synopsis. I'll let you give the synopsis for this one.
Okay, this one, we've moved forward in time a little bit. Like the style's like slightly changed. It's still black and white though. Mm-hmm. And the main plot is there's going to be a talent show, and they have to put on they're going to put on a magic show. Is the whole plan, mm-hmm. But things go awry. Yeah,
and like I guess the B side is like there's also like they're hearing weird noises, so Vision goes to join the neighborhood.
Yeah, the neighborhood watch
committee.
Yeah, and
she's on the community projects community.
Yeah, what do you call that? I forget what they call that. The like neighborhood like standards, like everything has to be just perfect.
Yeah,
like there's like a lady in charge of that that's kind of a jerk.
That's like yeah, and they said like she's like the way you get into like pretty much anything in that town, little small mm-hmm. town.
If you want to have any kind of connections, you have to be good with her. Mm-hmm. So.
And Wanda's real like worried about fitting in this mm-hmm. one. It's pretty much I guess.
As far as like non-spoiler stuff, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, go check it out, I guess, because we got to talk about spoilers now. It's really hard not to talk about spoilers with this show.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty light on plot.
Yeah,
it's at least currently. I feel like it's gonna get more plot heavy as the show's on.
Yeah, because it seems like the spoiler stuff is what kind of drives the plot, I mm-hmm. guess. So that was your spoiler warning. So, in this one, I guess it kind of starts off right off the bat with the helicopter. She pulls up the helicopter, and it's
pretty early, yeah.
So
finds a helicopter trapped in the hedge, and it's in color. It has the sword logo on it.
So it's like
I thought it was gonna be like a drone at first, but it seems like it was just a toy helicopter.
It was just a toy.
So I guess that might be like the whatever it is that they're inside of, like making it look like that. But I don't know. It's just very strange. It's red and yellow helicopter thing.
So like the system's malfunctioning, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That or like if it's her, maybe she's remembering something,
mm-hmm.
and it just kind of gets thrown in there.
Yes, it's unclear.
And then we also meet, what was the lady's name? The girl from Captain Marvel.
Oh, did they say her name in this one?
Did they?
I don't feel like they. Well, I think she said her name, but it wasn't. It was something really weird, and I think it wasn't
her actual name.
I don't think it was her real name, because I think her real name's like Monica.
Okay.
I think.
Well, we meet her
mm-hmm.
in that committee, and I know she's probably gonna play a major part in the show. Mm-hmm. I think she's in the trailers, and we get to see what happens if Gum ends up in Vision.
Well, Vision swallows his gum. It like
malfunctions,
messes him up, and
he pretty much becomes.
There's been multiple jokes about him he doesn't eat, but then he's like chewing gum. He's like, oh, that's fine, but then he like gets slapped on the back and he swallows it, and and it just funny. Makes him like I said, it makes him drunk essentially.
Yeah.
And then they have to perform the magic act show with him being crazy.
Yeah, and he starts using his powers for the magic show.
He's using his super abilities, and Wanda's having to like cover it up by using her magic. It's like, but it goes really, really well actually.
It does. And then the advertisement in this one is for a Strucker watch too, and it's really funny.
He'll make time for you.
Yeah,
very sinister.
It's got the Hydra logo on it. It's like
not good.
At the end is when the beekeeper guy comes out of the sewer.
Yeah, the sewer, like the manhole cover, like gets pushed away, and a guy in a beekeeper suit comes out, and there's bees swarming around him, and his face is all in shadow, and it's like really sinister. And then Wanda just like no, and it rewinds, and then the episode ends like the other one ended with him like on the couch. But it also like it switches to color. It transitions everything to color, and it ends.
And she's also pregnant.
And she's also pregnant. There's a whole thing with the whole town is like, it's for the children. And they're all like, it's for the children. It's like, that's really sinister sounding in a weird way.
And the radio. The Wanda who's doing this to you over the radio.
Yeah. Somebody's like, it's coming in through the radio signal. And that's how the episode ends too. You hear it again. More clearly. So
and it's
very strange.
So there's just so much strange stuff going on. And we don't really know what's
In the
happened.
right before the credits come up, every time it says "Please stand by."
Please stand by. Mm-hmm. I thought that was going to be a reference to the after credit scene, but there wasn't any on either of them.
Yeah, there really isn't like a post credit scene. It's like the episode, like the plot ends, but then there's something extra, but it's still before the credits.
Yeah.
So.
And the credits are really cool looking,
Mm-hmm.
I think. So, I think it's worth watching the credits.
Yeah, they're watching it at least once. Like these 2 episodes of the credits are the same for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you watched it once, you don't really need to watch it again. I also love the intros. Different.
The intros. We said that the first one. I forgot to say that in this
Mm-hmm.
one though. The intro was like Bewitched.
Yeah, this one is Bewitched. It's like animated and it's like really, really evocative of the era. Anything else we missed, studio audience? What's going on? What is going on in this very strange show about this unusual couple?
I guess that's pretty much it for this week.
This year's just begun, Steven.
Yeah, I know. We're in it. We're 3 weeks in. I'm ready for it to be over. What is it? No. We'll be back next week to figure out what's going on in the next episode. I'm very excited for it.
Into the era of color in the 70s.
I'm ready to see the color. That's kind of just to see what it's like. Because like we were saying earlier, we don't really know what was popular in the 70s. My guess is like Green Acres.
Mm-hmm.
But I really don't know if that was in the 70s or not. Gilligan's Island. That might be 80s though.
I feel like Happy Days is 70s.
Okay,
but
yeah. And like maybe
and I think like one of the review stuff I was reading, because the 3rd episode's already been out for review purposes, and they talked about it being like it's still kind of Bewitched, but it's like later era Bewitched, because that show like branched the like black and white era into the color era. So I don't know, it's hard to say. Because definitely, like, Bewitched is definitely probably one of the like biggest influences, just because the magic stuff.
Yeah,
it's like, sense. But they're both have powers.
But they both have powers. Yeah. I think my favorite joke of the whole show so far, I was telling Brad earlier, was like that first joke where she hits the card with the plate.
The plate.
Like my wife with the
with her flying saucers.
And she's like my husband with the
indestructible head.
That was like, I don't know why, but that's
there were some really solid jokes through both of them, but especially that very beginning of that one. It's also with like, it's like, what do you want for dinner? It's like, oh, you know I don't eat. And this is just like open up the fridge and it's just empty.
Oh, that explains the empty fridge. Yeah, it's just so funny.
It's so weird that they made this like it's so authentic to the like time period they're calling back to. Yeah. But it still works. It still works. So.
Yep. So
excited for next week.
Excited for next week. So I think that's it. You can go back and check out the first one if you didn't. And check out some other reviews, other videos. I guess Cole doesn't have a YouTube channel.
I don't have a YouTube channel. I've got some podcasts. I've got Abora Skywalkers and Skyhoppers and Legends Library, all Star Wars stuff. So if you're interested in Star Wars, check it out.
So come back next week to see what we think about the 3rd episode. Might have someone different on it, might not, who knows. And I guess we'll see y'all next time.